Hello and welcome, my Cancer friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. This is going to be a group reading for my friends born under the Cancer zodiac sign. Today we're going to explore what you can expect in November. Obstacles and challenges, and most importantly, tools and ideas on how to overcome some of these things. The deck I chose for this reading is the Spiral Tarot. Then I'll be ending off the session with a blessing from the Energy Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Cancer friends, let's see what the cards have to say. What card symbolizes November for my Cancer friends? Three of Swords. There's not a lot of meaning to the Three of Swords other than heartache. November gives you that ability not only to address some of the past heartache, but overcome some of the challenges. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up for you throughout November that are going to really aggravate past hurts and possibly bring in new hurts. Alright, let's look at what that challenge is going to be, because let's be honest, the Three of Swords is a pretty big challenge to overcome, my Cancer friends. The one thing I like to say about challenges is that it gives you the ability to really kind of flex your skills and abilities a bit. So let's look at the challenge. What is the main challenge that my Cancer friends are going to face in November? That's Temperance. She's the 14th card in the Major Arcana. She's about balance and energy flow. Anytime we're dealing with both the head and the heart, our energies and our balance become topply. Swords are about truth and knowledge. And really, when you look at a sword, it talks about the information that you're supposed to gain from a situation or event. The problem happens is we're emotional beings. So with the Three of Swords, it's not so much the information that we're challenged with. It's the emotion that we've attached to that information and how close it is to our heart, how painful it is. That's the biggest problem. So for us, throughout November, my Cancer friends, we're going to be faced with some of those past pains and things aggravating those past pains or adding on to those past pains, which is going to cause an imbalance and an energy block. We're not going to have our energies flowing as well. All right, let's look at the first part of November. Let's break this down a bit. What does the first part of November look like for my Cancer friends? The World. The 21st card in the Major Arcana. She talks about that ending piece and the new beginning piece. We're kind of at that catch-22. November's a precipice or a platform that we need to kind of push ourselves or jump off of in December. November gives us the ability to really reflect and be happy. I know it's really hard to be happy when we're kind of overseen by the Three of Swords. Be happy about all that you have achieved and accomplished. It's been a lot. Yes, some of it may have brought heartache. However, it didn't bring all heartache. It's about really breaking it down, reflecting on pieces and aspects of your life. Also taking a bit of a pause, taking that moment, and then also being excited about that next stage. We may see that next stage start to flow into the end of November, depending on how much the Three of Swords impacts us and kind of slows us down on this next stage. Let's look at the middle of November. What does the middle of November bring for my Cancer friends? It's the Queen of Cups. Queens are all about that nurturing and loving energy, that feminine energy. And I say loving, the Queen of Cups is very loving. She's all about emotion and intuition. During the middle of the month, you're going to kind of see a bit of reprieve or the ability to kind of overcome the challenges brought on by the 3. Like I said earlier, the world can start to see that change at the end of the month. However, we have to overcome those challenges brought on by the 3, which has impacted temperance. The Queen of Cups talks about that importance of nurturing and loving ourselves. And part of nurturing and loving ourselves is healing ourselves. The middle of November brings you that opportunity to start to release some of those pains brought on by past experiences. Through using your intuition and your ability to heal yourself, we all have that ability to heal ourselves, we can start to take some of those swords out of our heart and really see some movement in releasing that energy that we have built up around those situations. All right, let's look at the end of November. Does the end of November bring my Cancer friends? That's Judgment, the 20th card in the Major Arcana. Judgment talks about that message from the universe, those universal messages. This is Gabriel. She's the archangel of messages and guidance. I won't say guidance, they're all guidance, but it's the messages that help guide us. We have that ability, and that's that next stage, to connect into the universal knowledge, the collective knowledge, and guidance. The 3 will impact us. This is our next step. Okay? How quickly we can connect in and gain more guidance and knowledge from the universe is really going to be up to how you can overcome those challenges brought on by those past experiences. You need to have your energies flowing and yourself being balanced to really receive this. We can only receive messages from the universe when our vibration is high. We cannot have high vibration when we don't feel grounded and our energies aren't flowing because our chakras are all out of whack. We need to feel grounded, we need to have our energies flowing, and we need to feel good. The 3 of Swords is making us feel not so good. The Queen will help us overcome some of those feelings if we can start to give ourselves the time to care and love ourselves. All right, let's look at some coping strategies and tools that will help us get through the month. What can my Cancer friends do to overcome the challenges brought on at the beginning part of the month? Sorry. The universe is funny. My cards have a sense of humor. The 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is all about balance. My friends, you have to balance. I think I said that, didn't I? Temperance, we have to shift her. The minute we shift her as an ally, goes straight to Judgment. Think of her as your connector piece, if you will. Most important thing you can do, especially at the beginning of the month, is making sure that you maintain and remain as balanced as you possibly can. Focusing in not only on being grounded and that you're managing your energies on the physical and the spiritual, homework, all those aspects. Making sure that it's balanced. And it really is a juggling act. I think that Pamela Coleman Smith did a fantastic job of really depicting that dance and juggling that you have to do to try and maintain balance throughout your life. Focusing in on that will help you connect into the world and start seeing the light. Start seeing the information that the 3 of Swords wants to bring you rather than that emotion piece. All right. What can my Cancer friends do to overcome the challenges brought in during the middle of November? It's the Ten of Swords. Tens are about ending and beginning. Swords are about truth and knowledge. Seems like a really funny card to have as a support. However, every card has light and dark. The Ten of Swords says that even though, similar to the Three of Swords, we have all these past experiences and they kind of really poke us in different areas, we feel them throughout our body. Sometimes you can move forward and get up and embrace that new day. The sun is rising here. Yes, we have to release some of that emotion and the heartache. However, some of those past experiences have us in other places. We don't have to take everything on. We have to just take on a little bit. That little shift will help rise our vibration, help us gain the skills we need to be able to really have those grounding and energy flowing exercises and tools at our disposal. So once we are able to overcome and kind of dispel the 3 a bit, we might in future be able to take on the 10. However, we have the ability, no matter what's hit us in the back before, that historical piece, we have the ability to hold our head up high and embrace that new day. Let's go on to the end part. I really love that card when it comes in as a support because it really is. It does show our strength and our determination to move forward. All right, last part of November. What will help my Cancer friends overcome the challenges brought on by the end of November? It's a Six of Cups. This is the reminiscing card. I love this card. It's a beautiful card. Sixes are again about balance. It does not surprise me that we have 2 balance cards because we have Temperance as a major challenge. Taking those past experiences, we've gained knowledge. Using those skills and tools that we've used in the past that worked. We might have to tweak them a little bit. We have this amazing Queen. The Cups are also about our intuitional creativity. We can start to connect into that piece too and really start to tweak things that we've used in the past that kind of sort of worked. They might work for this situation. They may help us overthrow those 3s and really release. And that's the piece, is releasing that energy. It's not helping us, it's serving no purpose other than to hold us back. It can help us release that energy. However, you may need to be creative about it. Then when you start to release, you're going to see that connection to higher source, to your guides, to your guardians, to the archangels, to the universe is really going to open up. What final guidance piece can we offer my Cancer friends for overcoming the challenges of November? The Eight of Swords. The 8 really talks about all that emotional baggage that we're carrying. This is the next step. It really goes from a 3 to the 8 because when we have that heartache, we kind of really feel it. That emotion starts to really bind us up. Those situations are still there and we're so bound up we can't see straight. You need the tools and skills to start to unravel this. And how do you start to unravel this? Is taking on the 3, releasing the 3. Then you can go in and you can start to release other situations. All right, what final information can we offer my Cancer friends for their journey throughout November? Well, he's a cheery card to end on. The Devil, the 15th card in the Major Arcana. This card talks about those addictions and vices we have to self-soothe ourselves. We all have them. We gain them at an early age because we have to be able to overcome and feel okay about things. Part of the 3 is going to be releasing some of those mechanisms that aren't working anymore. We gain coping mechanisms, like I said, when you start to be little. Those self-soothing pieces, whether it be a soother or a blankie, whatever that may be, a stuffy, we start to have those. We gain them at an early age. As we start to grow, we start to release our stuffies and our soothers and our blankies. But we don't always check into those emotional soothing, self-soothing pieces. Part of this transformation is you checking into that. And part of it's taking on your ego and saying, you know what? Avoidance isn't helping. Or that negative self-talk isn't helping. Overcoming some of those things that you've been using in the past so that you can reflect on more positive pieces to go forward. All right, let's look at the shadow card, what your shadow self wants to add. The Princess of Swords, also known as the Page of Swords. We have a lot of knowledge binding us down. What your shadow self wants to add is that you can play in this a little bit. Princesses or pages are all about that childlike, innocent, that playful, inquisitive energy. Approaching this with a sense of wonder and excitement will really embrace not only this energy, but will help you connect in with the judgment. Because that next stage is going to be fantastic. Don't dread this. Enter into this with a sense of wonder and excitement, and you're going to see that movement happening better. Like I said at the very beginning, you can start to see that next stage at the end of November. However, it's going to depend on the work you put on in the middle. And if you're dreading it, you're going to put in more swords. However, if you start it with excitement and wonder, then you're going to start to turn temperance pretty quick. Let's end off on a blessing. I know some of that's pretty heavy, but let's end off on a blessing. And we have cards jumping out. What blessing do we have for my Cancer friends for their journey in November? Okay. Healer of the Ages. That's important. I said here, this is about self-healing. And it's not just healing right now, it's about healing all those historical pieces, embracing in that unconditional universal love, or as some people call it, the Christ light, will really help encourage this healing and self-love. Card that jumped out with it, Happy Family. Seems like a crazy card to jump out with it, but it isn't. When we start to heal ourselves, we raise our vibration. When we raise our vibration, that energy is contagious. We raise the vibration of those around us. The energies that we hold inside of us, we reflect to others, and they mirror back to us. That happy, loving energy, you bring that through, that sense of wonder, excitement, and love, you bring that into this, and you're going to see a very different November. For those who are interested, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however I drew, or in some cases cards jumped out, for my Cancer friends. What further information do they have for you? Like I said, this is a group reading. If you're looking for a more personal or specific reading, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. For those who are interested, I will be running online introductory and interactive classes through Zoom in the next couple of months. The first class is on November 11th, where I'll be running my Introductions to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'll be running my Introductions to Connecting, which is the Channelings class. If you're interested in both or either of these classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I provided the link below to my classes page so you can go there directly and check things out. I hope you found this video fun and helpful and that you were able to gain some direction and insight into what November is going to hold for you. I'm going to continue to create fun and dynamic videos for my friends in the upcoming weeks. If you have any suggestions or thoughts, please leave them below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Cancer friends.